What's going on, everyone? And welcome back to Double M Live. We are back. Episode 96. I repeat, episode 96.
Wow.
Mike Nice is in the building. What's good, bro?
96 episodes. We here yet again, doing what we usually do, holding it down. 96 episodes here in season 3. And we still going, foot on the gas pedal, double M to the moon. We got 4 more episodes till we hit that magic number 100. But right now, we got to handle business here in episode 96.
Yeah, man. Episode 96. We got a lot to talk about. A lot's been going on. The last couple shows, it's been Celtics heavy. Been Celtics heavy to say the least. Letting our frustrations out on on the season that has been the Boston Celtics, and lo and behold, the Celtics have continued to make some blunders. But we're not going to get into too much of that tonight. Mike Nice, man, what is on the playlist?
On the playlist tonight, we have a lot to talk about for sure. Like Marv said, we've been real Celtics heavy recently, but there's other things going on. We could talk Celtics for an hour and a half, 2 hours. That's light to us, but a lot of other things we want to tackle in this episode here. We definitely got to talk about the Aaron Rodgers situation. Um, him, the Packers, the NFL, real wild times right now with him, coming down with COVID and people assuming many months back when, conversation first came out about his status in terms of COVID-19 and being vaccinated. Fast forward to today. Like I said, some funny business going on, but we'll discuss that some more when we get to that topic for sure. Also on the playlist, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. If you've been following these two and their relationship over the last several months, maybe couple of years, it's it's one of the most interesting relationships, especially because it's in the public eye and the different things that have gone on, the different things that have talked about. Um, so most very recently, Jada Pinkett Smith had some comments regarding their relationship, which adds another layer to the conversation that's been had about these two. So we're definitely gonna dive in and talk about them too for sure. We also want to talk about Scottie Pippen, one of the most famous Chicago Bulls ever. Recently came out with a book, and in this book, and not only with just this book, very recently, and I think a lot of it's because of the book. He's had a lot to say about his teammate, the GOAT, which you see right behind me, Michael Jordan. A lot of wild things that Scottie Pippen's been saying lately. So we're definitely gonna tackle that for sure. We might talk about some of these Odell Beckham Jr. rumors. We might talk about some of these Jaylen Brown, Ben Simmons rumors, but we'll see how the show progresses. But definitely want to get through the playlist to kick things off with those 3 hot topics for sure. Um, this is Double M Live, episode 96. If you're tuned in right now, hit that like button. Definitely hit that share button because we got to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that Double M is live right now. And as always, myself and Marv, we want to hear from you.
Yeah, man. This show doesn't happen without you guys getting those comments. Let us know what you think here on Double M Live, and we'll have to keep that conversation going, Mike Nice. So what do we want to start it off with? We starting off with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, let's talk about this Aaron Rodgers situation because you know what it is in terms of us, this our world living in the pandemic right now, with COVID-19 going on. And obviously, we've had this conversation many times. Sports is taking place right now. And for the foreseeable future, sports is going to impact, COVID-19 is going to impact sports moving forward in terms of players missing games because of coming down with COVID, or players having to miss games because of close contact and all different types of stuff. Well, let's talk about this Aaron Rodgers situation specifically because months ago, and I think this was during training camp,
Yeah.
preseason, or whatnot. Players are going to get asked about their vaccination status or how they feel about the vaccination and whatnot. And like a lot of other players, Aaron Rodgers got asked the same question. Are you vaccinated? How do you feel about the vaccination or whatever? I think he got asked if he's vaccinated. And his response was not a yes, I am vaccinated or no, I'm not vaccinated. He said, I'm, what is the word? Immunized?
Immunized.
Immunized. That's the word he used. And
But he also say, yeah. Listen, no, it's important that you add. He say, yeah.
okay. He said, yeah, I'm immunized. And that was his response to the question. And at the time, nobody really thought too much about it. They said, all right, well, he said, yeah, he didn't say, yeah, he's vaccinated. He said, yeah, he's something. So smooth, let's keep it moving. And now you fast forward through the season, week 1 goes by, week 2, week 3, week 4. Nothing's popping off with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers, but now you get to, I think it happened in week 8, or it comes out, or prior to week 8, that Aaron Rodgers has been diagnosed with COVID-19. And then the reports come out where Aaron Rodgers was never vaccinated. So now it goes back to what he said all the way back at the beginning of the season. And now people's kind of twisted like, yo, Aaron Rodgers, WTF. Because we swear you said something like you were good. People probably thought he was vaccinated this whole time. But then because of what he said, now it comes out that no, he said some slick stuff, but he was never actually vaccinated. And now it has the whole sports world. Everybody's invested in football and the Packers and whatnot. Now it has everybody twisted because it's basically like Aaron Rodgers pulled a fast one on everybody.
Yeah, Rogers he's a slick son of a gun. Slick guy. He can now come out and say, "Yo, I never lied. I never said that I was vaccinated. I said that I was immunized." And if you look back when he said that, I mentioned, Mike, you gotta make sure you say the yeah, because if he just came out and straight up just said I'm immunized, people would have followed up. Like, what the hell does that mean? What do you mean he said, yeah, I'm immunized. Like, he made it really casual on how he answered it, and boom, the reporter never followed up.
Nope.
Obviously, some people now is like, yo, why didn't they follow up on that question? Because then all you have to say is, yeah, cool. What are you vaccinated though? Or what vaccine did you take?
He
And
didn't
then
get
we
any
would
of
have
those
got
questions.
somewhere but they didn't. He was able to manipulate the media and get away with 8 weeks of what we seem is not following the NFL protocol. There's and now it's like people are mad at Rodgers. Rodgers got away with some slick stuff. And for me, Rodgers did what he did. Cool. What about the Green Bay Packers?
Bingo.
That that's who I'm looking at. Because the Packers, you're responsible of knowing everyone's vaccination status on the team.
Yep.
For a fact you knew that Aaron Rodgers wasn't vaccinated. He can say whatever he wants to the media. At the end of the day, you are the team. You're the organization. You need to know what's going on with your players, whether they're vaccinated or not. You knew Aaron Rodgers wasn't vaccinated. But you also know, we need Aaron Rodgers, as last week showed with Jordan Love. We need Aaron Rodgers on this team. So, you let things stretch. Well, it came to bite you in the ass because we come to find out, hey, well, Aaron Rodgers has COVID-19. Here's the rule, though. He shows us if he's vaccinated, he shows us 2 negative tests. He's good. Ah, he can't do that because he never. Now the Green Bay Packers are looking through the papers and like, oh, wait, he's not vaccinated. So what the hell you been doing this whole time? Why haven't you been making him follow the COVID protocols that everyone else has been following? That's
Yeah.
where it becomes an issue.
Yeah. Because now that you fast forward again to week 8 and you know that he's not vaccinated, you look back at all these press conferences and interviews and stuff that he's done. Aaron Rodgers don't wear no damn mask.
Don't.
He doesn't wear a mask talking to the media. You never see him with the mask or anything like that. Then you fast forward to October, for Halloween. He's dressed up. He dressed up as John Wick for Halloween. He was apparently out at a costume party,
Mind
no
you,
mask.
hell of a costume.
Yeah, he played the part really well, but no mask, no anything like that. So you have that party where he's out partying with no mask. You have every week he talks to the media. He's out and about. It just looks to me, and I don't know for sure. I'm just making a guess and assumption just because of what we see on TV. But it looks like Aaron Rodgers don't give a damn about wearing a mask, period. That's just my guess and assumption. So because people have this assumption all this time that he's vaccinated, no one really cared to give a damn. Would they like him to wear a mask? Is it maybe encouraged? I don't know what the protocols and mandates and whatnot are in Wisconsin, but Aaron Rodgers seems like he's not wearing any mask. So no one's really putting not a lot of pressure on him this whole time. Now, because you find out that he's not vaccinated and he's been going out and about and handling things with the media and whatnot, no mask. Like you said, Marv, it really falls on the Packers for a lot of the situation, because if you knew if you knew his status from the beginning of the season, the fact that you didn't put any type of enforced the NFL's protocols on him in terms of wearing a mask. They probably have mandate wearing a mask, talking to the media or whatnot, being on the
NFL
sidelines,
NFL rules.
NFL rules. And Packers weren't following that. A lot falls on the Packers plate as well. And I'm looking in the comments here. Our guy Derek is saying both the Packers and Rodgers got fined tonight.
Yeah. No suspension, but there's fines that are gonna be handled.
And yeah, I think the Packers deserve to get fined based off of everything you and I both are saying, Mark. For a fact, they knew Aaron Rodgers wasn't vaccinated the day he returned to the facilities. Like you got to go through physical and all that stuff. And obviously, in this day and age, you're going to find out your COVID vaccination status. And like you said, because they know, we need Aaron Rodgers. They probably just, not really
They're
putting,
being lax. They're being lax with
being
him.
lax and not putting too much pressure on the situation.
It's unacceptable at the end of the day. Rogers, he did what he had to do. He didn't want to become a media firestorm that a Kyrie Irving, for example, had become, and he was able to get away with it. Then he later goes on the Pat McAfee show and he said, "Yo, if they had asked me if I was vaccinated, I would have eventually told them, why I'm not vaccinated. Do I believe that BS? No, I don't. But he can say whatever he wants because it wasn't asked, and it wasn't followed through. And he's right. He never lied. He said he was immunized. Rogers is a very smart man, and he goes into these things already had a thought out plan. He knew he was going to get asked a question, like you said, Mike. Has been asked especially the quarterback's position. It's been asked everywhere. Who's been vaccinated? Who's not? How is it going to affect the team? Green Bay Packers are a hell of a team this year. Rodgers missing a couple of games here really changes things up. I know this is a different conversation, but damn, Jordan Love, you had an opportunity. Jordan Love, you had a golden opportunity to really, make a name for yourself here. If Jordan Love had balled out, oh my God, would that have been a sigh of relief for the Green Bay Packers organization, where they can be like, yo, we don't have to be freaking strangled by Aaron Rodgers no more. We have the future here, and if Rodgers wants to go, sayonara, peace. Jordan Love didn't take advantage of this opportunity, and Rodgers gonna come back and be that team savior,
Mm-hmm.
where he can continue to pretty much do whatever he wants because they need him. Was clear to see with a struggling Chiefs team that couldn't put up enough points. You still weren't able to beat them. It's unfortunate for Jordan Love.
Yeah, I agree. That was a golden opportunity for that young kid to kind of give the Green Bay Packers organization, you know, a feeling of, okay, we got the next guy who can take over. Because whether, you know, Aaron Rodgers, his skills fall off a cliff, or whether he wants to really get out of Green Bay, Jordan Love could have been that guy that made Green Bay Packers feel comfortable and confident. But because he didn't impress that one golden opportunity, now it's like, okay, we need Aaron Rodgers if we're going to at least try to make something happen. So Aaron Rodgers, I mean, unfortunately, yeah, it's like he doesn't want. I don't think he's trying to get COVID. Nobody wants COVID, but in terms of football wise, he's in a comfortable spot because your job's safe.
Yeah,
You
he's
don't
not
have
going.
anybody really making things hot behind you in terms of a young backup quarterback. So you're chilling. All that shows Green Bay is now you have to try to go draft another quarterback possibly because
I wouldn't go that far.
maybe Love's not the guy. I mean, they have to reevaluate the situation. Maybe they felt a little more comfortable prior to this game or whatnot because okay, they have this guy who could maybe be the next one up. But he got put onto the stage, his number was called, and he didn't really impress. So maybe they do have to evaluate what the future could possibly look like after Aaron Rodgers. But I think overall, you know, I didn't listen to the full Pat McAfee interview, but yeah, Aaron Rodgers had a lot of interesting things to say in terms of talking to different medical people in the medical field, and he consulted Joe Rogan on what to do and what not. Like,
So random.
it's like Aaron Rodgers has found his own way to combat COVID-19. I don't know because like, again, I didn't listen to the whole interview, or I just got bits and pieces of it. But it sounds as if because he's talked to a couple different friends of his or Joe Rogan that he's found his own way to combat COVID-19 without having to get the vaccination. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, that's what it was. He said that he looked at the procedures with Pfizer and Moderna, and they had something in there which he was allergic to, and so he wasn't going to take that. And I think if he had come out and said that from the jump,
From the jump.
people are gonna like this COVID-19 vaccination is a very sensitive subject.
Yep.
For whatever reason it may be, it's a sensitive subject. If he had come out and talk about, hey man, I'm allergic to something that's in these medicines, people were gonna understand. NFL was gonna still do the rules that they needed to do, sure, but there'll be a lot more sympathy towards Aaron Rodgers when it came to this situation. Instead, we hear he got COVID, and all of a sudden, we go back to August 28th, and he said, "Yeah, I'm immunized." To me, I'm not gonna lie. Every time I watch that video, it gets funnier and funnier to me because it's just how slick he got away with that. That's just Aaron Rodgers for you. I couldn't. I couldn't think of anyone else who could do that other than Aaron Rodgers. Just a slick guy.
Hey, he got away with it smooth, and he made it. He rolled with that line and comment
For a
for a
couple months.
couple months, and now it finally caught up to him. Um, but we'll see what happens. I mean, like I said, he's in a chill spot. I don't know if he's returning. I think the last report I saw is he's not too sure if he'll be back for week 10. Um,
Yeah, I saw that as well.
but like we said on the Packer side of things, they know they need him if they're trying to stay in contention and try to make something serious out of the season. They definitely need Aaron Rodgers. So, you know, the quicker they could get him back, they'll feel happy. But Aaron Rodgers, in my opinion, he's chilling. Like he got COVID, and it sounds like he got COVID, but he handling it with no problem. Um, and he's just gonna move forward, I guess. But yeah, we'll continue to see what happens with that situation and Aaron Rodgers' status, and when he returns, we'll continue to monitor that for sure. But let's move on here on Double M Live. Again, if you tuned in, this is episode 96. We're on the road to 100. If you're tuned in right now, hit that like, that subscribe button, hit that share button, because we continuing to move along down our playlist with a lot of different conversations. So let's move into the next topic at hand, and that is the relationship, the famous, intriguing, controversial relationship of Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith.
That Will and Jada love.
Will and Jada love. And maybe years ago, you would have thought, "Oh my goodness, this you don't see a lot of, famous couples last long, or sometimes you don't see a lot of famous couples, express their love and whatnot so publicly and whatnot." And for a good stretch of time, you thought Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith is that one couple, no issues. They're able to make it through all the bright lights and media and whatnot of Hollywood, and they're able to just make it work with no issues. Well, I don't know how it started, but first you have the August Alsina. I'm pretty sure first the
Yeah,
August Alsina,
the entanglement, bro.
the definition of entanglements.
You're the only one that knows that song.
I tell you, I like that song. August Alsina came up with that song. Shout out to him and Rick Ross. So the entanglement situation happened, and that was ugly. And they got through it. Will and Jada got through it. People talked about it at his time in the limelight, but they got through it, and I guess it wasn't a big deal. But people felt some type of way towards Will and how that went down, because let's be honest, it wasn't a good look on him a little bit for sure. Now you fast forward to a couple weeks ago, where I guess once again, and I've yet to really watch a full episode of this Red Table Talk on Facebook Live, Facebook, whatever it's called, and I probably don't really care to watch a full episode of this Red Table Talk. But fast forward to a couple weeks ago, I don't know what the episode was about, how the topic started, who was as a guest on the show, whatever. But somewhere in the midst of conversation, the sex life between Jada and Will comes up. And Jada just says some stuff where if you're a man, like, and
Listen,
you're a man and you're with somebody and they put your business out like that, you're not gonna feel good. You're not gonna be happy.
yeah, it's this is not a gossip podcast. This is not a podcast where we talk about couples. But there's just some situations where the celebrity's too big and the messiness is too much to ignore. And we just got to come up and just talk about it. This Will and Jada thing is hilarious, sad, it's annoying,
It's weird.
weird, it's
It's
giving
giving
weird.
weird. It's giving weird.
It's giving weird. Um yeah, Jada pretty much said Will doesn't know how to sexually please me. Like,
Damn.
I don't know in what world you can just publicly out your husband like that. And that's okay. Like, at the end of the day, that's your husband. You want to tell your close friends, all right. Like, no one can stop you from telling your close friends your business. I still think it's wrong, but you want to tell your close friends your business, cool. But there's a goddamn camera on. What makes you think that is okay? Jada Pinkett Smith is so freaking toxic. She's just out here just telling everybody Will's business, whether it's true or not. Why? Why are you telling people this huge celebrity that everyone admires and loves? Yeah, he's just not doing it right. Granted, we already know that you were sleeping with younger men. So now
That's
even
already bad. That's a start.
it's already bad. So now we gotta peel back and be like, well, we see why she was out here with a young August Alsina, because Will apparently is not doing what he needs to do for her.
Oh my gosh.
And the whole time, because we saw the red table talk between her and Will. The whole time, all I can do is picture Will's face at the red table talk. You know that meme.
That meme.
You know that meme I'm talking about. I don't need to pull up the picture. Everyone knows that meme. Just that sick feeling in the gut, and that's how I've just envisioned Will since. Even when I look at Will's IG, I'm just like, "Ugh, something look off about this man. Some just don't look right." And you want Will to just speak up, say something.
Yeah.
The Silk Sonic, Bruno Mars, and Anderson Paak just dropped a song called "Smoking Out My Window." He needs to take a couple of lines that they say in that song. I'll probably I'll post the song later. But they say some things in that song that Will Smith needs to start saying and just put his damn foot down because this is getting wild.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. Ever since that August Alsina situation, uh, you know, watching Will Smith in movies is great. You know, he want to come out with another Bad Boy, sure. You want to make another Men in Black or something, sure. Watching Will Smith. Now, every time I see him on social media, because I follow him on like IG and stuff, every time I see him, I just look at him like this is a guy who's just his personal business and personal relationship and love life is just out there and it's just weird and toxic and just doesn't sound good. And if you think back to the August Alsina situation, she had that red table talk originally with whoever. Well, she brought that up, I believe. And then her and Will had their own talk about that situation. Because that's where that Will Smith meme came from. When he was just listening and
Yep.
just made that face, kind of looked like he was crying, eyes red, puffy. I don't even know.
Entanglement.
Yeah. Um, so in that situation, and like I said, from that situation, I just look at Will or both of them just kind of like, yo, they got some weird going on, and I don't know. Now you fast forward to this situation, like you said, Mark. Whether that's how you feel, Jada, and I don't know if you trying to you saying it to get ratings for your show or to make it popular. I don't know, but that's too personal to be putting out there.
You can't do it. You
That is
can't do
way
it.
too personal to be put. I don't care how famous you are. If your relationship with Will Smith is a real one, and it's not something just for the media, not something just for the fans, not for the cameras and the flashing lights or whatever. If you have a real situation with Will Smith, and I assume it is, because y'all got two kids together, been together all these years, information like that is not something you put out there to the public. And like you said, Marv, there's a damn camera on. Why are you talking like that about your husband on camera? If you like you said, personal friends, if that's how you talk to your personal friend, that's your business. But with a camera on, that's is gonna get shown to the world, to the masses. You put that business out there. That don't sit right with me.
Dirk said I heard it was taken out of context and she didn't really say that, didn't care to hear the audio. I heard the audio, saw the video. She said that. She said that. She said it. So I saw the clip and then I went back because I couldn't believe it. I saw what she said. She said it. She exposed the man. And then then it comes out, well, they're in an open relationship and they gotta do whatever they do to make each other Will says something like do whatever we gotta do to make each other happy or something like that. And then I've heard arguments of, well, we know Jada's doing her dirt, but how do we know Will's not doing his dirt too? I'll tell you one thing. Will ain't doing shit. I'll tell y'all that
Come
right now.
on, Marv.
And this is why. You think Jada Pinkett Smith is that comfortable to just start just exposing Will and all these situations anytime she can, knowing that Will's out here doing dirt? She would not be so openly saying all the things she's saying if Will was getting his. Will not getting his. Will at home chilling while Jada's doing whatever she running the crib. If Will was out doing what he needed to do, Jada's tone a little different. Her tone a little different. She out here happily just exposing this man's.
Yeah.
That's not happening if Will out here doing what he gotta do.
A- And it's wild because now it just makes me. Unfortunately, I don't think Jada's loyal. I question her commitment to Will. I do, because I know they tried to brush under the rug of that August Alsina situation. Well, it was a time where we were split and whatnot. I don't know, man. I don't know. Now I don't know what to believe. And now you fast forward to this. She talking about Will don't please her. It goes back to the August Alsina situation. You got with August because he's a younger dude who could probably please you the way you're trying to get pleased. But then you fast forward to this situation. Is she out here still saying now, after all these months after the August situation, that she's Will still can't please her? Who's to say she's not out looking for other somebody young or whatnot to please her? Who's to say that she's not doing that? I'm not saying she is, but now I question Jada Pinkett Smith's commitment to the relationship. And I don't know if they open relationship or whatnot,
They come out and said it.
that they're in an open relationship. So Will's out here getting busy too. He has to.
Will's not getting busy, bro.
He has to.
Will's not getting busy. I'm telling you, he's not getting busy.
As a man, you can't sit back and let somebody.
That's what he's been doing.
This is.
No, know what's the sad part? Will got a movie out right now.
Ain't nobody give a damn. What's the movie?
I ain't hear one review.
No,
I ain't
deadass. He got a movie out right now.
He has a movie out right now where he's the father of the Williams sisters.
Oh, and I want to see that too. That looked like a good movie.
Ain't nobody talked about that movie once.
Only people's talk about is how he can't please his wife.
Will got a movie out. He's got a book he's about to release. You gotta go on like some shows, right? And
Tour,
sell
yeah,
the,
gotta go on a book tour.
you gotta go on tours, sell the movie. I ain't seen Will on no Ellen DeGeneres, no Good Morning America, no nothing selling none of these movies. Because if he does, the only question that's gonna come up is, yeah, cool. So how are you and your wife?
What's wrong with your wife? Will, what's going on with your wife? What's up with you and Jada?
Nice book, nice movie. Yeah, what's up with your wife though?
Nah, on the real, all jokes aside, he's gonna get questions about why your wife said you can't
He's
please
gonna
her,
get asked.
which is unfortunate, but like it's gonna happen. And I don't know if they need another roundtable talk where it's just them two, but damn, you
I don't
gotta
want to
put your
see.
foot
I don't
down.
want to see no more round table, red table, blue table, nothing between
You
none of
gotta
them.
put your foot down, bro, because your wife is out here. I don't. Are we calling it disrespect? Your wife is out here saying
Yeah,
you don't know how
disrespect.
to please her.
It's disrespect.
You got to do.
August Alsina is one thing. Ain't nobody heard from August Alsina until Will and Jada brought them back up. It's so random. Not no Chris Brown, Trey songs. August Alsina, this dude Will. Oh, my buddy Og. And now this thing, it's like,
Oh,
why?
that's
Why?
big. Dude, waxing your wife and you just go, dude, I'm just chilling. Well, come on. I look at the guy a little different. I can't.
And I don't want to. Like, this is Will Smith we're
Will
talking
Smith,
about.
bro, one of the greatest actors we've
A
seen,
legend. The man's got a movie and a book out.
and nobody cares.
Nobody gives a damn. I haven't heard one review from the Williams sisters movie yet. Not one person has talked about
You
it.
sure
I
that
haven't heard.
movie's like out in theaters now, bro?
Mike, you have the Googles.
Let me check.
Google it right now.
What's the name of the movie?
Exactly.
Yo, what's the name of the movie?
And nobody talked about it.
I just typed in Will Smith's name on Google. First thing pops up because Will try to. I don't know. Will try to clean it up or something now, but the first thing popped up on Google said Will Smith says he and Jada drank and had a lot of sex when they began dating.
Oh my God.
Man's trying to clean it up. I don't know if that's trying to clean it up or what.
They need to. They're both toxic. I don't want to hear nothing.
What's the name of this damn movie? King Richard. That's what it is, right?
That's rich. Sounds like it.
That movie's out. It got to be out. Is it out?
Derek said it's not out.
November 19th.
November 19th. All right, so my apology. That's why nobody's talked about it. It hasn't come out yet.
It just hasn't got the proper promo that it should have. That's
Oh,
a
no
big.
promo.
It's a big movie. It's the life of Venus and Serena Williams, two of the greatest athletes this world has ever seen.
That movie's not going to get its just due.
Because,
like I said, Will needs to be out promoting it, right? He needs to be going on all these TV shows, and everyone loves when Will Smith comes on these daily shows and everything like that.
He lost a lot of that gusto. What's the word? Gusto? Luster? He lost some of it. For me personally, he has. Like, I used to be like, oh, Will Smith got a great moves and whatnot, but in terms of him and his personal life and making social media, like, oh man, Will Smith, like now I look at him like, yo.
Yeah, even that comment you just said that you saw on Google, I'm just
like, yo, what's good with you, bro? He gotta put his foot down. And I don't know what can be done to kind of rectify the situation.
It's too late, bro.
There's something he got to do to try to rectify
what
the
he got to
situation.
do. I just can't say it here on the show.
I've stopped myself from saying a couple different things.
I tell you what he got to do.
But like, he got to do something to put his foot down.
Jada got to walk home to a surprise.
Yeah. Will Smith don't want to ruin his image.
He don't. He don't.
Because he can easily handle this situation. Let's be real. Will Smith can handle this situation if he wants to. But that man got an image to uphold to the media, to the people, to the public. He's like a squeaky clean, never done nothing wrong dude.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
This might be burning him inside.
It's very simple.
West Philadelphia, born and raised.
It's real simple what he got to do. It's not hard. Because I tell you, Jada ain't gonna come out say nothing crazy no more. No TV. She ain't gonna come on say nothing crazy on no TV show no more. If Will handles what he gotta handle.
When Will handles that, they said, Jada, how's everything with you? Fine, good, fine.
The man, Og was in his room, bro.
Yeah, Og was waxing Jada in their bed.
And I seen the movie Girls Trip. Jada wild.
You know what's crazy?
Jada wild.
That movie was on TV a couple of days ago, and I had to go somewhere, but I had to catch it. I was watching a couple minutes of it, and the way she was talking, I was like, yo, they have her character in this movie.
Her character is wild.
Is wild. Now I'm putting it together. That's probably the best role she ever enjoyed playing in her whole life.
God, stop, Mike.
Because she got to live freely.
Mike, stop.
Wait, I watched about 20 minutes of that movie.
I've seen the movie.
And I told myself, yo, I need to finish this movie. I don't know when, but I need to finish the whole thing. And Jada Smith is wild in it.
She's wild. Did you see the grapefruit scene?
No. I only got as far as they got on the plane, they landed in wherever they was going, and they started walking around the Mardi Gras looking at people and talking. Like, that's as far as I got. But in that stretch of time, the way she was talking,
Jada was teaching the young bucks how to do a couple things in that movie. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, I gotta watch this movie.
All I'm gonna say.
Okay, will do.
Shout out to Girls Trip.
Oh man, but unfortunately, well, I don't want to say unfortunately. As the way things are looking, who knows what more can come out from this relationship?
Yeah, this like
between Will and Jada.
I'm all set with never hearing anything about their relationship again.
It's honestly not our business.
It's really not our business.
Jada Pinkett Smith has this red table talk where she wants to make it the world's business for whatever reason. I don't know.
Facebook. I mean, it's probably driving many views.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's probably ranking views.
and it's definitely gonna continue. Next thing you know, it's just a matter of time before their daughter come on there saying some wild stuff,
Please,
bro.
Mike, come on, leave the children out of this.
Yo,
Leave the children out of this, Mike.
what's the daughter? Willow.
It's okay, Mike. Leave the children out
Mama
of this.
giving Willow a wild example. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done with this topic. And Jaden,
Leave the kids out of this.
hey man, let's move on to the next topic.
My God.
Let's move on to
Speaking of toxic,
yeah. Speaking of toxic and coming out lately and just talking wild and whatnot, Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen, number 33 up in the rafters there at the United Center for the Chicago Bulls, 6-time NBA champion, multiple time All-Star, All NBA, all the different accolades. Definitely made the NBA top 75 list. But his greatest title of all will forever be the Robin to Michael Jordan's Batman. Because at the end of the day, that's who Scottie Pippen is. All the accolades, that's all cool and all. But he'll always be known as the second fiddle that helped Michael Jordan and Chicago Bulls win championships and be such a dominant team in the 90s. But with all of that being said, the man has a book that has, I think, has been released. It's out now. The book is called Unguarded. And within this book, Scottie Pippen has a lot to say. And a lot of the things he has to say revolves around his relationship, his thoughts and feelings of the GOAT, the greatest to ever play the game, Michael Jordan. And it's to a point now where Scottie Pippen is in a sense, I don't know if bashing is the word I want to use, but he's coming at Michael Jordan in a lot of different ways with the different things he says, the different things he talks about. The most recent thing I saw today or read today was how he, in a sense, discredited Michael Jordan's flu game because he claims
yeah, I saw that.
he's dealt with a lot worse than Michael
Bad
Jordan's
back
flu
game.
game. He had to play a game with a herniated disc. And he compares the herniated disc to the flu game and says which one's worse. And I hear all the time about the flu game. How come I don't hear anything about the back game? And Scottie Pippen is just turning into a very sad, bitter, ungrateful sounding person, especially right now with this book coming out. And I understand he has to do the publicity to get the book out and he has to make the media appearances and whatnot, but the things he's spewing around Michael Jordan, to me, whether some of it may be true, got some truth to it or whatnot, a lot of it to me just seems uncalled for and unnecessary. And no, I want to hear your thoughts and feelings, Marv, about how this guy right now is going at Michael Jordan, The Last Dance, all the stuff. Why is he attacking, in a sense,
Yeah.
attacking Jordan?
Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts on this.
Please, this is why we have a podcast.
One is this sucks. Like, obviously, I didn't grow up in the Chicago Bulls era. I'm a big Michael Jordan fan. I can never say I'm a big Chicago fan. I'm a big Michael Jordan fan, but I feel for like the 30-plus-year-olds who grew up in that era of Michael Jordan and Pippen. This is one of the greatest team to ever play basketball, and now there's this gray sky over it. It's like, oh man, that team wasn't as close as we thought they were. Or Pippen had this resentful. It just doesn't. When you think of teams like that, you just want to have all good memories of that team and just think good things about it and put it in that stature of, wow, that was one of the greatest. And Jordan and Pippen, they were forever together. They were a great duo. But it takes that away. Like imagine hearing Larry Bird and Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish hated each other the whole time, and it takes away that lore of what a great team the Celtics were in the '80s. Or if KG, Pierce and Ray Allen in 2008, they didn't like each other in 2008. It's like what? Yeah, I grew up watching that team. That was my child. Obviously, things drifted away from that, but I'm talking about that year in 2008 when they won. Like, wow, that was a magical year. You don't want to hear nothing negative about that year that happened about that year. You just want to know that things went well. Pippen's coming out, and I don't think Pippen's saying anything that's incorrect.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think Pippen said anything incorrect. Pippen's in a difficult situation where no matter how great Pippen was, and he was great, top 50 all time, and Bulls aren't winning none of those championships without him. He was excellent. You were next to the GOAT. So obviously the attention goes goes to him. He sounds really sour about the last dance. But why didn't you make the last dance movie? You had your chance. You had your chance to speak. You said everything that you needed to say. Like you said, Mike. He sounds bitter. He sounds sour, and I get it. Over time, people are going to start to diminish your credibility because of Jordan. You know, Jordan was the greatest. This, that, and the third, and then finally, where the younger generation can finally get to see who you really were. Jordan calls you selfish. We talk about your contract. You say, "Oh man, I'm not gonna f up my summer," and these are the things that get highlighted instead of mainly focusing on how great of a player you were. So you do feel some type of resentment. But Scotty, your delivery this past year, horrible, trash. Coming out calling Phil Jackson a racist when Tony Kukoc made the shot. You're stupid. Like all of these things, the way Scott has been going about all of this and trying to bring down Jordan by elevating yourself, that's never going to work. Scotty couldn't say anything. Scotty could say Michael Jordan slapped his kids, and no one's views on Jordan's going to change. It's too late. Wherever Jordan is in people's minds, that's where it's going to be, and that's where it's going to stay. You can try to diminish anything you say. Oh, Jordan did this. Jordan. It's over. We already placed him where we want to place him in our legacy, in our minds. He's solidified.
Yeah.
You're not too solidified. People can change how they view you, and it's going towards the negative. Like no one's been watching Scotty go off this past year and be like, "Oh man, that's Scotty. He might have a point here. Jordan might not." No, we understand that Scotty could never get the credit that he deserves. He could never because he was the Robin. He'll never get that cherished moment because anytime they see Scotty, they're going to think Jordan. When we think Jordan, we think Jordan. That's it. We don't think about anybody else. When we see Scotty, we say that's the guy who played with Michael Jordan. It's unfortunate that that's the way it is. I don't think anybody would really like that. I don't think so. It's not a great feeling to know that you was a great player, but everyone's gonna look at you and think about the greatest player. It's not a good feeling. Nobody else in the NBA has to deal with that because they don't have a Michael Jordan on their team. Shaq and Kobe, they were able to build their own legacies with or without each other. Like this is never a situation like this. It's unfortunate that Scotty was in that situation, but the way he's been handling it with this book and trying to bash Jordan and say, "What about the bad back game and the flu game? Come on." It's too late, bro. There's documentaries outside of the last dance on the flu game. Like there's things already established on these things. And we always thought growing up, Jordan and Pippen were close or
Yeah.
cool. They were duos. Used to watch VHS tapes and stuff on Jordan and Pippen, like, yo, this is awesome. And to see this now is a little bit of my childhood is taken away. And I was like, damn, this is how this dude really felt.
Yeah. Everything you said with, I agree 100%. I agree 100% with. And especially looking at the last dance, I think me personally, I don't necessarily believe, and as much as Scottie Pippen is going to come out and say he's not happy about the Last Dance and this, and I don't necessarily think the Last Dance shed Scottie Pippen in like a terrible light. Like obviously the Tony Kukoc, Phil Jackson thing was one situation in his contract, but like yeah, aside from Jordan, Scottie Pippen was highlighted a lot in the Last Dance. And other than those real two situations, you got to learn about pretty much childhood, his upbringing, his family, stuff you didn't know about Scottie Pippen. If it wasn't for the damn Last Dance, no disrespect, but nobody would have known or necessarily was worrying about Scottie Pippen's upbringing. I didn't know where he went to school. I didn't know his growth spurt in high school, like stuff I didn't know. But yeah, the Last Dance is Michael Jordan Last Dance, but with Michael Jordan having a lot of backing and probably an executive producer and whatnot with the Last Dance, he put a lot of limelight on Scottie Pippen. And Scottie Pippen kind of had two options. He could have been happy that, the Last Dance shed a lot of light on his career and who he was. And obviously he had a couple bad things in there about him. The Last Dance has some bad things about Jordan too. But Scottie Pippen could have been happy about the Last Dance to just support it and whatnot, and had taken that opportunity to be in the media, the limelight, because of the Last Dance came out and run with that. But instead, he went the opposite direction, and he's now mad about the Last Dance. Didn't think he was he was shedding a good light. Wants to necessarily bash Jordan for not being a good teammate. I don't understand why Scottie Pippen took this route. It's very confusing to me. And the things you just said there, Marv, like at the end, Scottie Pippen, as great as he was, there's never been a situation where somebody had to play alongside someone like Michael Jordan. Like,
Right.
you can bring up any great player that you want in the history of the game. Michael Jordan is in a class of his own. And Pippen, as great as he was, unfortunately, was playing next to a guy who was considered the greatest of all time. And to my knowledge, I've never heard a scene or read anything where Michael Jordan has bashed Scottie Pippen at all. In actuality, I've heard a few times where Michael Jordan has said he needed Scottie Pippen. He wouldn't have been, or they wouldn't have had a lot of the success if it wasn't for having Scottie Pippen. Michael Jordan has acknowledged that. He's acknowledged that. And Scottie, on the other hand, and I think even most recently with this book coming out, he said Michael Jordan wouldn't be who he was without him. And then he said, in a sense, and I wouldn't be who I am because without Michael Jordan. But a lot of other things said was selfish and this and that about Jordan. Jordan's never said anything like that about Pippen, other than kind of praise him for being the greatest. He called him the greatest teammate ever, or something along those lines.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna give Jordan credit for saying that because duh.
But I mean, all I'm saying is Jordan has never necessarily said anything
Right.
negative about Scottie Pippen. He said something negative about Scottie Pippen's situation in Last Dance, calling him selfish or whatnot. But like in terms of who he was throughout his career and whatnot to him, Jordan's never said anything negative. Scottie, on the other hand, has taken this route. I don't know why. And like you said again, Marv, now people saw Scottie Pippen over the years as okay, great player. He's the Robin to Michael Jordan. That's it. But now with everything that's being said, it's like now people's just viewing Scottie in more and more of a negative light. Like, why is this dude bitter? And then now he's getting older. And now he's just a bitter old man. Like, why does he sound bitter? And like, it doesn't sound good for him anymore. And it's sad because, yeah, like similar to you, Michael Jordan is my favorite basketball of all time. I think he's the greatest basketball of all time. And because of, Scottie Pippen being right there with the success next to Jordan, I like Scottie Pippen too. I say Scottie Pippen was great next to Jordan. Now I'm in a place where like, yeah, cool, Scottie Pippen. Like at the end of the day, I don't know if Scottie Pippen wants to make it known. I don't know what his end game is. Like, are you trying to tell people like you didn't need Michael Jordan? Like, I don't know what his end game is in all this. Or he's just saying all this stuff to promote his book. Like, what is his end game? What is he trying to get out of saying all this negative stuff about Michael Jordan and The Last Dance? Like, what is he trying to get out of it? I don't know. But
I,
what I do know is Michael Jordan's stature won't change for anybody.
yeah,
Scottie Pippen, on the other hand, is people are viewing you in a worse and worse light because you're just sounding, like I said, like a bitter old man who isn't grateful and thankful for the successes that he had.
I think I think Scotty's grateful for the success
Maybe he is, but the
that
way
he
he's been
had.
talking lately is not like he
He
is. It's not sounding like he is.
he's trying to tell his side of the story, quote unquote, his side of the story, and by doing so, he feels that he needs to bring down everything else around him to elevate himself,
Which is
and that's
stupid.
just not. It's just not going to work that way.
Stupid.
It just it none of the interviews first of all, he looks faded in most of these interviews. Can I just put that out there? Like the man doesn't look like he's sober. And I know he's been selling his own liquor. I'd like to try it one day because the way he be looking, Ali, like he just doesn't look like he's fully there in some of the interviews. I was reading damn the article I sent you guys. I don't remember if it was USA Today oh
Yeah, I
man,
remember the
or
article.
I don't remember if it was USA Today or GQ. What was one of those that I sent you guys? The guy asks him, okay, so you said Phil Jackson is racist. Then in the book, you walked it back. So which one is it? And Scotty's like, you heard me say I said Phil Jackson's racist? The guy's like, yeah, I watched the interview. So then why are you asking me?
I did, yeah. That was weird.
You saw that
That
part,
was
right?
weird. He was
I'm,
just
and
like,
I'm
it's in the book, or you just kept kind of deflecting the question. So you got to read the book, so something like that.
I was like, yo, is this man good? Is this man all right now? What's going on? So it's with not only is Scotty saying crazy things, but it's with the presentation, how he's presenting himself too. It just doesn't look good. This is a man who's just on ESPN every day 2 years ago. Like
Yeah.
before the pandemic, this dude was on the jump all the time. Looked fine. And things just
Did something happen with his wife?
listen, I didn't want to go there. But since
I'm just
we
asking a question because I'm not too privy on the
I
situation.
didn't want to go there. Well, listen, his wife did move on.
His wife left him.
She's on to future things.
Oh boy.
But
Oh. Oh, I see what you did there.
yeah, she's but so I don't know if that's played a role. I don't know, Love does crazy things to him, man.
Damn. Yeah, it's just again, I wish I knew his end game. And like you said, maybe the man won his own 10-part documentary.
Hmm. He could have a documentary, the old school way. I'm tired since you brought it up. I'm tired of everybody thinking they need multi-part documentaries.
Michael Jordan and Brady deserve that. If you ain't Michael Jordan and Tom Brady, I don't know if you deserve a 10-part doc.
I don't even know Brady deserves a 10-part doc. 10 parts is a lot. I
Well,
can I can get information from Brady in a nice
do you think
3-part
do you think
documentary.
Michael Jordan deserved a 10-part? Well, because it was Jordan and the Bulls. I don't know if this is just Brady or Brady and the Patriots.
Yeah, if it's Brady, like we had this conversation before. If it's Brady and the Patriots, you want to do 10 parts.
I get it.
Yeah, I get it, and you could definitely stretch it out through the years of championship rings and things like that. You're gonna have if you want to
If it's just
go.
Brady,
If it's just Brady, no, Brady's not Jordan. Brady's not interesting as Jordan. It's not gonna work,
well,
in my
that
opinion.
documentary comes out really soon.
Yeah, and where they're airing it, ESPN Plus,
Oh, can't watch it unless you pay for it.
ESPN Plus. Come
Damn,
on now,
that says a lot.
like
Like,
Not
so you're
everyone.
telling me ESPN blocked off portions of the night to air The Last Dance, and Brady can't get that same treatment? Brady's documentary's going to show at ESPN Plus what they show in NASCAR and the other channels.
I mean, it probably eventually move over to ES. 10-part documentaries. There's not. It's not needed, bro. Last Dance was special.
I tell you what, and now we kind of switching gears. Let's change this. Last Dance during the pandemic, and I know we've had this conversation probably before. That
Bless
was
them.
a special, like, how many weeks was it? 5 weeks?
Yeah,
'Cause they
5 weeks.
showed 2 episodes a
Yeah,
night.
bro. Dire times. We needed that.
Those 5 weeks of Last Dance was like a special period of time. There's two things I'll always remember from pandemic. That stretch of time where Last Dance was on, and that stretch of time where you had quarantine radio. Shout out to Tory Lanez.
Yeah, yeah. Yo, I just remember we turn off all the lights,
Yep.
get some snacks,
Guess that big ass bowl of popcorn and
get some
plop
snacks. I
yourself on
remember it
the couch
being hot as hell.
and don't move.
It don't freaking move.
If you gotta pee, you better make a quick run during that commercial break.
And just blast it. And it was a special time, 2 hours where you could. There was no sports. There was nothing. So you
Nothing.
had 2 hours, take a break from the video games you was playing or whatever, and just be like, "Whoa, let me just dive in and learn something new." And the great thing about The Last Dance, it caused conversation. It helped our shows out a lot.
Sure did.
There was think pieces. You started seeing old Bulls players come on different shows and start giving their perspective on things. It was a hell of a month and
And
some change.
it was just cool because you knew for those 2 hours, the whole world was watching.
Everyone,
The whole
everyone.
world. Because like you said, no sports, nothing else was going on. You knew the whole world was sitting down somewhere watching The Last Dance whenever those episodes dropped. But yeah, excuse me, I don't know if that's going to be like that for Brady.
No, I
Like you
mean
said, Brady's
there
great.
won't be. It won't be like that for a lot of things.
Brady's a very great player,
Brady's
but he's not as
Brady's career
popular
is
as
not
Michael
over.
Jordan.
Brady's career is not over. Brady's not as interesting as Michael Jordan. Brady didn't change the game like Michael Jordan. Brady was just the best at what he did.
Yeah, and that's my thing. To have a documentary like that and his career still going on. This must only cover the Patriots years.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how you filmed this, or because it's been promoted since. I think it's been promoted
We
since
knew about it
before he even got to
yeah.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah, we knew about it for a while.
So, um, it's gonna be. I mean, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch however I can watch it, but we'll see.
Like Tiger Woods, he had a hell of a documentary. I
Oh,
I think it was 3 parts?
on Netflix.
No, it was on HBO.
Okay, I feel like I started watching it, but never.
Amazing documentary. 3 parts. I don't. Not everything needs to be these long filled documentaries. Obviously, OJ. We bring up Jordan, but it was OJ Made in America that changed the game with these documentaries.
That
Usually, you
was a
watch.
wild documentary.
Usually, you watch a documentary, you get your hour to an hour and a half fix. OJ Made in America changed the game.
Made in
Because now
America
it's
was
like,
wild.
whoa, you got 5 parts. You're really breaking down different sections. Obviously, OJ deserves a 5 part. The
Yeah.
story in itself is ridiculous.
And the thing with these documentaries, like I don't, and that's another difference with Brady. Well, maybe we'll see, but with OJ and Last Dance, there was a lot of stuff that was brought up in both those documentaries where I don't know how much people knew. Like
Right.
me personally, I was young for
And
the
they were o-
those
they were
eras.
nostalgic enough 20 years, 30
Yeah,
years ago for us to
yeah.
have those.
With Brady, it's kind of like what stuff are they gonna talk about that's like, oh, I didn't know that's like I don't know if we'll have to, man, maybe that's us because we kind of lived through it, so we kind of feel like
Yeah.
we know everything. But
For us, you're not. I doubt we're gonna get much stuff that we're gonna be like, oh crap, that happened. Obviously,
Yeah,
it's gonna be interesting takes. We're gonna enjoy seeing some of former Patriot players speak and hear their
yeah,
perspective of things. But when it comes to new information, I mean, maybe from 2000 2004, everything else is gonna be during the social media age.
yeah.
We're hip to everything that happened.
True, very true. Um, we'll see. Yeah, I know that documentary comes out within the next week or a couple of weeks. I feel like it's coming out sometime in November for sure. So we'll see how great of a documentary this is.
I
Will it live?
agree. I agree, Derek. Brady's
Yeah,
doc is 20 years too early. We don't need a Brady documentary.
yeah. I don't know why they were pressed to do it right now, or they just wanted to ride the wave of what they saw from
And it sounds like
Last Dance.
Brady has his hands all over this documentary, like as Jordan did as well. From the looks of it,
Yeah, but
Brady's trying to get into the media world, and I don't know.
I don't know. We didn't need it now. As much as I love to see Brady, Super Bowl, Patriots, like I could watch that stuff all the time. Do we need a document? Do we need a documentary right now? No. But hey, like I said, I'll be watching. I know you'll watch, Marv. I know Dirk will. We're all gonna watch it, regardless, and we'll
Somebody
see.
find me a free link.
Yeah, I gotta make sure. Gotta tap into some different things to try to watch that because ESPN Plus. Yeah, cool.
Go. Brady got to go back to Facebook Watch.
That too.
Tom versus time.
Tom versus
That was a
time.
great thing. 20, 30 minutes. Facebook Watch. Hear Giselle and the kids.
Yeah, I remember definitely watching Tom versus Time was interesting. Got some interesting stuff in that for sure.
He got suspended.
Got suspended. Yeah,
It was cool. It was cool.
yeah. Face ESPN Plus. I don't know. They need to put that 8 o'clock ESPN two or something. Come on.
I mean, what day would they play it? They're
What day did
Wednesday,
they play The Last Dance?
Sundays. It's football season.
What they should do is play it an hour before Sunday Night Football.
Who's gonna watch that?
All the people who had just finished watching the end of the 4 o'clock games. You go
Oh,
from four
Sunday.
o'clock, huh?
So, but nah, that's not gonna work. They're not gonna get no views.
Why not? People finish watching football from the 4 o'clock games and they watch that and
The
then they
four
go right
o'clock game.
into.
The 4 o'clock games end around 7:20, right? 7:30.
Mm,
Yeah,
s- uh,
there's not gonna. There's nowhere to fit it.
Sunday Night Football starts at what, 8:30?
8:20. You can't play. You can't play it at 7 because no one's gonna leave the fourth quarter to go watch a Brady documentary. You can't play it at 8 because football's about to start in 20 minutes.
What about Monday?
Monday is Monday Night Football.
An hour before Monday Night Football?
An hour before Monday Night Football.
If the game's at what, 8:20 as well?
Yeah, the game's at 8:20. They gotta do their pregame show. NFL Live.
Oh my gosh. You can't do it any earlier than that because people need to get home from work and stuff.
Right.
Sorry, Brady.
ESPN Plus, bro. Pay your $5.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I'll figure out a way. It's 2021. You'll
Yeah.
figure out a way to watch that show. I guarantee you. Wink, wink.
Just like wait. Just wait. Get the Buccaneers years in there. Get the reason why you left and all that footage.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
That's what people want to see.
true. I'd rather them wait. Let time pass where Brady and whoever's involved can feel comfortable talking about the breakup for real.
And that's the fact that it's revolved around Brady, I'm kind of upset about because I want a Patriots documentary. I want to know why Malcolm Butler got benched.
I'll tell you why.
Why?
You want me to break that news
Yeah,
right here on Double M?
right. Yeah, tell me why.
Listen, Malcolm Butler mingled with somebody's wife that he shouldn't have mingled with.
That's bull.
And in turn, Belichick had to bench him.
That's bull. I don't believe you.
Malcolm Butler touched somebody he shouldn't have touched that Super Bowl weekend. Party got too wild. And one of them high executives something, they came up to Bill and was like, look, I don't care if you're the effing coach. We put money in your pocket. You bench that motherfucker.
What is a high executive's wife doing around Malcolm Butler?
Super Bowl weekend, bro. Probably at the team party or something. Drunk, bro.
You're telling me Malcolm Butler, the one who won us a Super Bowl in 2014, won you a Super Bowl, slept with someone's executive's wife or something like that. And then they went to go tell Belichick, this can't, no, this is unacceptable.
You have to, it's the Super Bowl. This has been your cornerback one all season. You have to do something.
And had a good season that year.
You have to do something very bad to get benched for the whole
And you
Super
think
Bowl.
sleeping with someone's wife was the reason why you think Bill Belichick gives a damn who Malcolm Butler slept with during Super Bowl weekend?
I think I don't remember where I heard this. Just some kind of light excuse was he had a bad practice or something like that. He was messing up in practice. I heard some excuse like that, I feel like. And I don't care if he got one bad practice, two bad practice. It's the Super Bowl, and this dude's been your best cornerback all season. You're going to bench him in the Super Bowl? It had to be something very bad to get benched for the whole Super Bowl, the last game of the season, the biggest game. And you get benched for the whole game.
That's why I need a Patriots documentary.
I don't know.
Like a Brady documentary, I guess. And I'm not just saying that because he's a Buccaneers fan. I think we had this conversation while he was a Patriot. Like, Brady's not the most interesting guy to have a 10-part documentary about. We're gonna have 10 episodes on this, how he had fire and will and overcame everything. Like,
yeah, I don't know if I can hear that repeatedly for 10 episodes. I'm assuming it's a Patriots, but even that doesn't make sense, because how the hell you gonna make a documentary like that when the man is playing for another organization?
Was he our best? What do you mean, Derek?
Derek's talking about it was Malcolm Butler the best cornerback for the Patriots that season. I'm trying to remember who else was on the team.
Pretty sure.
Freaking Logan Ryan
and Eric Rowe.
Go tell me Logan Ryan was the better quarterback on that team.
I don't even think Logan Ryan was on that team. He might have been. This is 2017 against the Eagles. I remember Eric Rowe, dumbass.
Logan Ryan was on that team. Pretty sure.
I think, yeah. I'm pretty sure Malcolm Butler was your best quarter. Gilmore was not on that team, bro.
Gilmore was not on the team we faced the Eagles.
What?
No, not a chance. We got Gilmore the following offseason.
Yeah, we got Gilmore the offseason
because then we went back to
Malcolm Butler's last year. We got Malcolm Butler's last year. Gilmore was not on this Philadelphia Eagles loss. You think we'd be complaining right now?
Pretty sure. Yeah, Malcolm Butler. Gilmore was not on that team against
Gilmore.
the Eagles.
Gilmore came the following year after the Malcolm Butler debacle.
Yeah. They're trying to make us fact check.
I'm not fact checking that, bro.
I will real quick.
Gilmore wasn't on the team.
You think if Gilmore played in that Super Bowl against the Eagles, we would give a damn if Malcolm Butler played or not?
Gilmore wasn't on the team.
I'm not fact checking that. Hold on, what am I talking about?
I don't get what you're doing, Mike.
Weeks after that Super Bowl was the fact that how the hell they not play Malcolm Butler?
Is Dirk good? Is Derek okay, bro?
I don't know. Dirk's wild. The weeks and months after that Super Bowl loss to the Eagles, every conversation was
Gilmore's
how come
first
they didn't play
Super
Malcolm Butler.
Gilmore's first Super Bowl was against the Rams.
Sure was. Yeah, Dirk. Sorry here, bro. You're incorrect. Unless the only way you telling me Gilmore was on that team is if he didn't play in the Super Bowl because he was injured.
Derek, we can bet on it. We can do whatever you want, bro. I'm like, we got Gilmore the following year on Malcolm Butler's last year with the Patriots.
Dirk pissing me off. Now I gotta Google it. Dirk pissing me off. So
You
now I
can
gotta
Google it, bro. I don't need to Google. I know what the Patriots did.
Would what? I don't know what he just said. Dirk's cook, bro. What was the original conversation?
Brady in the documentary.
Oh. Oh.
Gilmore was on the team
against Super Bowl 2018. Oh, Gilmore was on the team.
Gilmore was on the team against the Eagles.
He had 4 tackles and 2 pass deflections.
Gilmore was on the team against the Eagles.
Bro, I'm looking at the ESPN box scores right now.
Derek, I apologize.
Right,
I still
bro, we
don't
need to
believe
hire
it.
you. We need a statistician on
I
Double
don't
M.
believe it, but I'm gonna look it up. But I will fully apologize.
I apologize. I looked it up. ESPN Super Bowl box scores says Gilmore finished with 4 tackles, 2 pass deflections. Yeah, yo, Dirk, bro, we need a statistician here on Double M. Hold us down. That way we can turn to you whenever we got to check something and damn. All that goes to show me it was his first season, but he wasn't the Stephon Gilmore that was Defensive Player of the Year a couple years later. That's all that shows me.
Why don't I remember that?
Because he wasn't nasty. I do see. I don't remember that he was on that team, but I do remember Gilmore's first year with the Patriots. It wasn't nothing super wild and crazy. His first year with the Patriots, whatever year it was, he wasn't nothing crazy. It was not to the next year, the next 2 years where he turned into the shutdown Defensive Player of the Year type dude. But when we first got him, Gilmore wasn't nothing crazy.
I'm looking at it right now, Derek. I was completely wrong. Don't remember it at all. Derek, I was wrong as hell.
Wow.
Gilmore was
But
on
it makes
team?
sense because, yeah,
Gilmore,
like
Eric Rowe.
Was Logan Ryan on that team? You got any box scores on there?
No, I don't see no Logan Ryan, bro.
Sorry, never mind.
If he was, he ain't play. Did say.
Set his ass right there next to Malcolm Butler, both of them in the doghouse. Well,
yo, shout out to Derek, bro. I was wrong as hell.
Yeah, Dirk. You have to fact check that. Appreciate you coming with the real stats here on Double M. We appreciate that.
I was getting mad too. Oh wow, the game is starting to come back to me. Brady dropped a pass.
Yeah, they had to try all types of trick stuff, bro.
Oh, it's starting to come back.
Eagles did the same kind of play, and dude caught it.
Oh, the game's coming back to me now. Gronk went off.
Brady went off, but the defense couldn't stop the Eagles.
Mike brought me to a damn Super Bowl party. Oh my god!
I tell that story. I don't mind telling that for everyone tuning in. Marvin and I went to a Super Bowl party where it was nothing but Patriots fans and maybe legit 2 Eagles fans. And
there was way more than 2 Eagle fans.
It was like 4 or 5. And the way that fast forward to the end of the game, you got a room full of Patriots fans and then 5 Eagles fans just going wild and crazy, laughing in our face.
And we
and
had to do a
we had to
show
do a post game show right after
in their basement.
in the in the basement. Yeah, the defense sucked. Brady went off. Like, did he like break the record for passing yards in a game or something in the Super
Yeah.
Bowl? He did something like that. But the defense could not stop. I don't even remember the quarterback's name.
Nick Foles, bro.
Nick Foles. Defense could not stop Foles and Ertz. Freaking, they had Sproles then too.
Jay
The
Ajayi and LeGarrette Blunt.
Oh yeah. Oh, they had Blunt. Patriots couldn't stop them dudes at all. It was a shootout, but they just shot more than the Patriots.
Wow. Wow. That memory came back to me about that Super Bowl. I really
That Super Bowl
whoa.
sucks. But I don't let that Super Bowl bother me because they was able to get the win against the Rams.
Well, yeah.
And then he was talking about a stretch of years where they Patriots went to the Super Bowl like every other year.
Yeah, that was
But the Rams and the Eagles year was back-to-back trips to the Super Bowl.
when was Falcons? Falcon was in 2018?
Falcons was because you had the Seahawks in 16.
It go no, Seahawks was 14.
Seahawks was 14. Falcons was 17. No, something
No.
like that.
Eagles 17, Falcons 18, Rams 19. No.
No, it went
No,
it
no,
went
no. Sorry,
Seahawks,
sorry. Sorry.
Seahawks, Falcons,
It goes
Eagles,
yeah, it
Rams.
goes Falcons, Eagles, Rams.
Yes. But and the Patriots went to the Super Bowl like every other year, something
Look at
like
the
that.
problems we have.
It's too
Figuring
much
out
winning, too much success to make you go
figuring out
crazy.
when we went to the Super Bowl.
It's too much for us here in New
Falcons
England.
was 2016. Eagles was 2017.
Rams was 2018.
Rams was
Because
2018.
yeah, I remember they missed the year between the Eagles and I mean, all right, sorry, they missed the year between, or a year or 2 years between the Seahawks and Falcons, and then it was a year between
Yeah.
Falcons and Eagles,
Falcons, Eagles, Rams.
and then Eagles.
What a time.
Patriots went to the Super Bowl 3 straight years.
Yeah. I just said it.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Falcons, Eagles, Rams was 3 straight years. Yeah. Yeah, too much winning, too much success. Those are the glory days, good old days.
We thought we were the shit.
Good at Patriots was
Post
nasty.
post game show, we was like, oh man. Every year that we started doing the post game show, we going to the Super Bowl.
That's how it felt. That's definitely how it felt. But we'll see if we can ever relive those glory days again in New England.
Let's just try to get the first place AFC East.
That's up for grabs. It surely is up for grabs for the Patriots right now. But we shall see, man.
Wow. Double M, man. Shout out to everybody tuned in here. A lot of topics from Will and Jada to Scottie Pippen,
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, COVID-19. Then all of a sudden we started talking about the Patriots and their Super Bowl winnings and Malcolm Butler getting benched. Mike says it's because he slept with somebody's wife.
Maybe, possibly.
Now it's a maybe, possibly.
So we'll never know the truth. That's just
Apparently
a rumor.
Gilmore, who I don't remember, and I still don't know why I don't remember that, but Gilmore was on the Patriots team against the Eagles.
Episode 96, bro.
Episode 96. Four more.
Four more till we reach 100 episodes of Double M Live.
Sheesh.
4 more.
Who knows what we talk about next week, but make sure you guys stay tuned here. Make sure you follow us. It's in the screen, bottom left, Double M Media on Instagram, Double M Media on Twitter. Any last words, Mike Nice, before we sign off?
Keep rocking with us. You know, Double M Media has a lot of things coming down the line. We got some shows that are gonna be popping off. Like we said throughout the show, if you tuned in, subscribe, like, and share. Media, WL Media is going to be popping off in many different ways, and you need to stay locked in with us for sure. Yeah.
I was about to close the show, but if you tuned in with us, and you want to stick around for a couple minutes. Something just popped up on my phone. So Jokic got suspended for a game for the push he did on Marcus Morris. Quick thoughts, Mike, on that Jokic Markieff Morris shove.
And actually, they both should have been suspended for a game, but I think Markieff Morris did a hell of an acting job because from the video I saw, if you watch WWE, when them dudes are on the floor, you could see sometimes that they are laying on the floor and then the ref come over and say something to them, tell them some stuff to keep acting or kill some time. That's what it looked like Markieff Morris did when he was on the floor. He was rolling. I saw the push. It was a push, whatever. He fell on the floor, but he's rolling around in pain like he just broke his leg. But I forgot if it was a player or a coach or somebody came to talk to him, and he looked like he was just talking to him fine, kind of just trying to act it out more. He was doing a hell of an acting job. But Jokic was responding to the shove that he got from Markieff Morris before. So I feel like you're gonna suspend both of them. But
Yeah, both. Jokic did exactly what he was supposed to do.
yeah, he
I know.
retaliated.
Markieff wanted to come out and say, "Oh man, you want to do that when my back is turned? Why the hell you turned your back after hitting a dude like that?" And Markieff Morris, the Morris twins, they're from North Philly. Like they know better. You don't hit somebody and just turn your back on them and think nothing's going to happen.
I think
So,
I think Jokic was justified
oh yeah,
in pushing dude right back. And like I said, Markieff Morris, he played it off well. He hell of an acting job rolling on the floor like he got sniped because that's what it looked like. But unfortunately, Jokic is the one that's suffering the consequences.
yeah, man. So this is Double M live. That's Mike Nice. Marv Zahn, DJ Mees. We are out of here, but we'll see you guys again next week. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Thank you for another great show. We are out of here.